Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Rustamova, the founder of Your Power of Health, Central Park Medical, You Are the Angel, nonprofit organizations, and so forth. I'm OBGYN, working in New York full-time, and I'm also a founder of Wellness and big proponent and big advocate for longevity, wellness, and fusing longevity, mind, body, and spirit together. So not only the science of longevity, I'm merging it together with Eastern traditions and ancient traditions, and trying to create one big, beautiful amalgamation. And that is my program. And today we have our beautiful guest, Anna Herrera, she is the founder of Hormone University, and you could check her website, hormoneuniversity.com. She is the one who was on the leading edge from the very beginning in terms of the hormone replacement therapies and searching for natural ways of helping women through natural hormones, bioidentical hormones, or natural activators of your own hormones in your body by using natural ingredients. So we're going to talk to Anna today about youthfulness, about hormones, about longevity, about the health span and lifespan, about how can we stay young, healthy, beautiful, active, vital, longer.
Right.
Correct?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dr. Shahnoz. It's such a pleasure to talk to you, to have this conversation. 80% of women go through hormonal imbalances, and that means the majority of the population really don't know what to do and get so confused about what to do. And as we all know, we want to have a better quality of life. So longevity, to me at least, it means having a much better quality of life for as long as possible. And what is very interesting for all of us is that if we think about how human beings have progressed, right? We used to live up to 31 years old in the 1800s. We now live on average 73 years old. So I would love to have this conversation with you, Shahnoz, as the expert on longevity. My thing is hormones and hormonal balance, but and that has a huge correlation, right, between longevity and hormones. But I really would love for you, Dr. Shahnoz, to share with us your wisdom, your expertise about how do we manage our day-to-day life. And if you were to give us a checklist, what are the things that we need to do from morning until night and on a weekly basis? So maybe we can start there.
Yeah, we could start there, but before we start, I have a little comment about the lifespan of 32 years expanding to 70 to 75 years. And by the way, now it's expanded even more. The latest statistics is actually showing 88 years. So we're even growing, even living longer. But we're looking at 300, 200 years timeline. But if you look at the timeline, larger, bigger timeline, we say thousands of years, according to ancient scriptures. If that's the only statistics and the only facts, so to speak, from ancient scriptures, then you would see that lifespan was actually much longer than 100 years. In a Bible, for example, they say the human body has life guarantee warranty for 126 years. So meaning that if you really take care of your body, you can easily live vital life for that period of time. But you know, there in that case, if you ask why it happened, like what happened to us, why we lived longer and then we started living shorter and then we live longer, and it has a lot to do with environmental changes that happen, cyclical changes. It's not necessarily that created on purpose, or it just happens cyclically. Life happens here, and we had ice ages and we have so many other things that did change the landscape and did change the way we eat, the way we survive, and so forth. So by saying that, I'm trying to convey the idea that we designed to live longer, And we do have this also mental thing, knowing that, like, for example, if you look at the world records in, for example, in athletics, right? In any athletics, there's a specific set world record. And then if someone breaks it, then we start passing that world record. And then we take another. And yes, it takes a long time. But then next thing you know, this running 5K and finishing in a certain period of time was the record 50 years ago. And now almost anybody who is trained does that, not necessarily professional athletes. Okay. And pretty soon, whatever we have records today, world records established by today's athletes, maybe 100 years from now, it will be norm, because that's how we're also evolving. Okay. So all the main component here, as you see, mental, knowing that it's actually possible. We can actually do it, because the most common mentality is statistically 72 years. Okay, now it's 88 years. And we kind of program our subconscious saying that that's the timeline and this is how it is, but it's not. So if you say what is number one when you wake up in the morning, is this. We were just talking before we started our conversation about how the day going, and you said, I had my beautiful yoga. Amazing. You know, you took care of your blood flow and you took care of your peace in your mind. After this, I'm going to go paddleboarding. Amazing. This is what we need. Movements and happy feeling. It's very important, especially feeling optimistic. So there was a study on people who lived 100 years and longer, and they tried to establish what is the common denominator for these people. What is the driving force that allows them to live 100 years and longer? Is that food? Is that smoking, drinking? Is that having sex, not having sex? All these parameters. And when they looked, some drank Coca-Cola, some ate meat, some didn't eat meat. Some had sex, some didn't have sex. Some exercised, some did not exercise at all. But one common denominator was feeling optimistic. Optimism and feeling happy.
And what are your thoughts, Dr. Shahnoz, about loneliness and relationships? There is a lot of talk about longevity, the relationship of longevity, and not having that loneliness and having meaningful relationships and purpose in life. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, because humans are, we are communal creatures. We need to interact. When the baby is born, and if you put the baby in isolated environment, the baby is not going to be developed, fully developed, right? So baby has to interact with nature, baby has to interact with animals and humans as well. So we need to have that connection. We need to be with someone, with a companion, whether it's your love partner or whether it's your good friend, whether it's just someone who you work with, someone that you could, or people in the community when you walk around. Just by interacting and talking to them, you keep your life going. And again, another study showed how dramatically a lifespan shortens if you take elderly people from their homes and put them in community homes. Their lifespan actually shortens because it's drastic change. Although you say, oh, they're going to be communicating, but most of the time it's just that environment when they're so used to be tied in, talk, communicate, love, and interact, and you change in the environment, that adaptability is not there anymore. That's another very important factor. So then they perish quicker. So number one is optimism. It's number one. Okay. Feeling good, feeling positive, feeling optimistic, looking forward, moving forward, not looking back. That's number one.
Mindset.
But then number two is also developing adaptability of your cells. And that is the most important thing. If you have your cells adaptable to any stressors, you will survive. So the evolution, when they talk about evolution, they say that the strongest, the fittest, the one that survived, it's the one that was adaptable.
Mm-hmm.
Adaptable. that was survived. And when I say cellular, because everything happens on the cells, in the cell, on the surface of the cell, inside of the cell. The cell is the most important unit of human structure, or any mammal structure, any life structure, because life starts from the cell. You and I, we were just one cell in the ovary, another cell in the sperm, and then the cells started dividing, and now we're sitting here, some years later, trillions of cells communicating with each other, functioning, and so forth. And if you really watch these two functions, your mental state and adaptability of the physical level, those two are important. But then the third factor is also, I think, your spiritual position, belief, which is also comes with the mental health as well, or mental state. But being connected to the power then higher than you, or understanding that you have that power flowing through you, and using that power is also important thing. So these are three main pillars to live not just longer. The goal is not to live longer. The goal is to be vital, to enjoy, to really go through 100-something years, really enjoy your life. So to me, these are the three pillars.
Quality of life, absolutely. Absolutely.